Welcome to Greenhorn Linux. Linux for greenhorns. On this episode of Greenhorn Linux, Adam goes over some common used apps in Ubuntu. Finally, I can get some work done.
So today I just want to go over some applications. If you're new to Linux, you may not know what certain applications are called or what certain applications do. There's a huge array of applications available to you, so I just want to take the time to go over some. So probably the best place to find installed applications is click the -home, and then you're going to just click the applications lens. If you want, you can turn on or off filter results. If you click the installed, you can see everything that's installed on your system. I'm just going to go over some of the more common applications here. Like for example, Movie Player just is what it says. It's a movie player. So if you wanted to play movies, check out Movie Player. Firefox, that is your web browser. If you're looking for your file manager, you have the Nautilus file manager here, and you can launch that to get access to your files. Here we have LibreOffice Writer, which is similar to Microsoft Word. Here we have LibreOffice Impress, which is similar to PowerPoint. And then here LibreOffice Calc, which is similar to Microsoft Excel spreadsheets. So if you scroll through, you can find a whole bunch of applications. You have some games. You can go through the filters to better pinpoint exactly what you want. Now, the best way to find applications to see what's installed on your system is through the Ubuntu Software Center, which I've showed before. But I'm just going to show you actually some other common applications and to see if they're installed. So by now you should be used to the Ubuntu Software Center. I've shown this in my past videos. So basically, applications, I guess, fall into maybe, three categories. One is a graphical user interface, which you're probably used to on the Windows operating system, and it's probably the easiest to use. Another flavor is the terminal-based application. And then the third is basically dependencies or libraries. And this is stuff that graphical user interface or terminal-based applications may be dependent upon, but get installed in the background. So, for example, one of the things that really threw me off when I was a new Linux user, just type in wget. This is a terminal-based program. And what would happen is, this is already installed on your system, but I would go on the forums, and I would see a program such as this, and I'd be like, oh great, I just installed it. And then I would go and look for this application, and of course, sorry, there's no matches on your search. And I would be like, what the heck is going on? Well, the reason is because it's supposed to be run in the terminal. So if I type in terminal, and then now I run this program, wget, it's going to throw up an error because I didn't put in a URL, but if I type in cnn.com, just for an example, now the application is working as it's supposed to. So my point with all of this is just be careful. If you think you're installing a graphical user interface program and you don't see it installed, it might be because it's really a terminal-based application. Alright, some of the best ways to find applications that's installed on your system or potential new ones is just type stuff in. So let's say you wanted a text editor. Just type in text editor, and we'll see what pops up. So you can see these are a whole bunch of different text editors. You can see the reviews. This one I believe is gedit, which is the default text editor for Ubuntu. So you can see, oh great, I have this installed. So now that you know you have this installed and what it's called, you can go up to your -home and you can type in text editor, and boom, it shows up right there, and then you can launch the program. Now if you don't like this text editor for whatever reason, of course you can look through these and you can see what other text editors there are for you to use. So let's say you want some music players. That would be pretty popular. You can just type in music, and once you type in music, you can see Rhythmbox music player is installed by default. Audacious, I really like. That is a more it doesn't really manage. It's more like Winamp, I guess. If you ever use that program on the Windows side of things, it's much lighter, and it basically just manages playlists. If you want a full-fledged music player that's kind of similar to iTunes, I prefer Banshee. I know there's some controversy just because of the programs that are used behind the scenes, but I really don't mind it that much. The default for Ubuntu, actually, if you click your little sound icon, is actually Rhythmbox, which is very similar to Banshee, so you can see which program you like better. For recording and editing audio files, I use this all the time. Audacity, wonderful program. If you want a media player, VLC is fantastic. The default in Ubuntu is the movie player. If you want an application to edit photos and such, it's very, very powerful. The GIMP image editor might be too powerful for a lot of people if you're just trying to do simple edits. There's also Shotwell, which can do basic, very, very basic editing, but it's more for managing all of your photos. Very similar to Picasa, if you ever use that on the Windows operating system. A cool little syncing type backup program is GRSync. Which uses rsync as rsync is the terminal based application, and then GRSync is the graphical user application. Rsync, because it's terminal based, is a lot more powerful. You get a lot more options, but GRSync is great for synchronizing files through a graphical user interface. If you're looking for a calculator, SpeedCrunch is pretty great. I'm a big fan of SpeedCrunch. If you're looking for a movie editor, if I type in movie editor, let's see what pops up. Nothing fantastic. Maybe video editor. Okay, so OpenShot is pretty good. Kino is decent. PTV video editor is decent. I prefer Kdenlive if I am going to edit videos in Linux. Honestly, I just do this on the Windows operating system because I'm kind of disappointed with the video editors. But hopefully this will change in the future, and then I can use Linux to actually edit my videos. If you're into creating, like, for example, drum tracks, you can check out some of these, play drum beats using your computer. I just recently found out about Hydrogen. It's a decent program. I had it crash a couple times, but for the most part, it's a pretty decent drum sequencer. There's just a ton of information and programs that at your disposal. If you're looking for something for more like a guitar type thing, try out Tux Guitar. I haven't really used this. I don't play guitar or anything like that, but it looks like you can create tablature and edit and export stuff as MIDI files and PDFs. So again, lots of neat programs in Linux. Feel free to play around and really look at all of the software at your disposal. So that by no means is a comprehensive list. I just wanted to show you how to actually find software that you're looking for. My recommendation is see what other people are saying about the software and try to find software that meets your needs. If you go on forums, a lot of people may be very opinionated about certain software. That's fine. Just find whatever works for you. Now, I have had a couple people ask me about reading material. My recommendation is, for the most part, you can probably find all the information you want on forums. Books are a little bit more difficult to recommend in the Linux operating system environment just because things are always evolving and one distribution may not translate into another distribution. However, if you're running Ubuntu 12.04, there is one book that I can recommend for new users. I'm in the process of reading it myself. I'm around 60% of the way through. It's called Ubuntu Made Easy, a project-based introduction to Linux. Now, keep in mind, I do not get any money for this. I do not know the author at all. I just happened to stumble across this book, figure I'd pick it up, give it a read, and it's pretty decent. I have the Kindle edition. One of the nice things about this book is that it is definitely geared for new users. Now, the first 10 to 15% of the book, if you've already got Ubuntu installed, it may not be for you because it goes through the install process. Very similar to some of the videos I've done. It's just that it's in book form, a little bit more comprehensive. The rest of the book will go through recommending certain applications, how to troubleshoot some issues, how the Linux operating system, especially Ubuntu 12.04 works. Definitely good for new users. It's a pretty quick read. So yeah, I recommend this if you're running Ubuntu 12.04 and you're a new user. If you are not a new user, this book's probably not for you. And if you're running like Ubuntu 13 point whatever by the time you watch this video, then this book will probably be outdated. So if those things meet your needs and you quickly glance through it and you like what it says, definitely worth checking out. Alright, as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully you found this video helpful. Be sure to check out my website, greenhornlinux.com. Catch you later.